Okay, so here I'm going to show you a different way to measure cell size, yeah, to process the data. And in this case, I'm going to show you what is the problem. So here, um, let's don't disable the calibration. In this case, because we already set it up. So just to remind you, what I mean is, look, is the scale bar here is this one, 446. Let's put it 446, like it's in here. You have done this before. If not, you can watch the video. You can ask me a question. So this is why I didn't disable the calibration. So every time is the same. You don't have to set it up all the time. Okay, so now somebody already labeled this in a beautiful way for you. And look, you have this and it looks amazing. However, here we have one small problem. And not problem, a different challenge. That is that here we are not working with green outlines. Yeah, we're working with white outlines. So look what happened when we go, as we have done it before, that we go color and split the channel, and we split it in R, G, B, red, green, and blue. Look what happened. Look, the blue one is not there. Good. Green is not there. But now the red one, if you see it, is here, but it doesn't look red. Yeah, it looked like white. Yeah, so before it will look green and white. Now you just say white and white. So we cannot separate it in that way. So we have to do it in a different way. So, and it's pretty easy too. So let me show you. So you open it again, and they will ask you, do you want to disable the calibration? You say, no, I want the same calibration that I have been using. Then, if you remember, it's 4.46. If you have any doubt, you can go to the last slide, as I showed you last time. And you can see it, that as we changed it last time, here is the calibration. So we keep that one. Now, the next step here is we now need to remove all the white one and keep the red one. And it's pretty easy to do. So we are not going to do it by splitting the channels. We are going to do it by adjust, and then we go to color threshold. And look, so the idea is that we need to remove only the white. So here, look, you have here below, you have to, if you have red, there will be only red. You can have it in a lot of, this doesn't make a lot of difference. You can have it in red, in the threshold method. Here on the top, it doesn't make a lot of difference. I will show you in a second why. Threshold color, this is the one that is important. And so look, let's make it in white, because what we need to remove the white. So look, if you start moving the white here, you see what happens? So it goes from full, yeah, all this dark thing that we don't need. And now if you move it, and you start increasing 120, 36, yeah, and you try to remove as much as you can. If you go too far, it will disappear. So you try here. Good. If you choose another one, it will be, many of them do the same thing, the different calculations, but the idea is the same thing. Yeah. So the idea is that to keep it like that. Again, if you go too full of them, it will go. If to go to 100, 255, it will go that. It will be completely white. Here, if you put it 254, you still keep the red thing. Okay. Now the next step is go not do it in one slide, but do it in all of them. Yeah. So look, we press here stack, and look, it went and did the same thing in all of them. Okay. So perfect. So what we're going to do now is, now we know that it's there, that it worked. So let's save it so we don't have any problem. So look, you go save, stiff, and look, you can call it as you want. Save it without background. You can, yeah, just save it there. Okay, I already did it, so I'm not going to write that. Then is the next things. I will go it fast because I know you have done it before. So here we don't need the last slide. So we go to stack, sorry. delete the slice. Why? Because we don't need the outlines that we had before to label the cells in this case. So now we have mainly red and some colors. So now the next step that we can do is the same. Now follow the same steps that we have been using. Now, as we don't have background, if we go split the channels, so look, this is blue, this is green, and this is red. Now red doesn't work, and you can keep any of those. Yeah. In both, in either one of these work, in the green one or in the blue one. So let's keep either one is fine. And here you can save this one as, save it again just in case that something happened. So you don't have to do it, and you can give it a name like split channels or something like that. Now the next step is make it binary. So you make it binary. And look, so now you have again the same points. Looks beautiful. And do you see these dots? Very important. So these dots, they are not going to be counted. We don't need to delete them manually. We just tell the software only measure don't measure points. Okay, those dots. Okay, if I were again for just so you don't have to repeat it, you can save it as binary. Then analyze this is already set up, so this is perfect. Analyze particles. So look, display results, clear results. This is good. Outlines, and here you can put, if you want, you can have 1, yeah, to infinity. So all the dots are not going to be measured. Include all of them, and then you keep doing all the same thing. Yeah, and you make sure that it didn't measure. If you see, there are 36 slides, and this is the 36. It measure all of them as you have been doing it, and it didn't measure the dots. And you can again save this one. Yeah, and this one is the drawings. You can have it I call it a drawing of cell binary. And here I also went here and saved this as cell 30 results, and this is how you can solve that problem that I showed you before. Okay, so summarizing all the things that we learned here. Okay, don't disable the calibration. So if this is green, you go with the background is the outline is in green of all the cells, has GFP. Great. Yeah, if it is white, don't worry about it. There's an extra step that you need to do, and it can be solved easily. Okay, if you have any question, the video is there, and let me know. If I don't want to keep talking, this video is already too long. If you have any question, just send me an email. Thank you. Bye.